Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole Maston, and in today's video I'm so excited to bring you guys my curriculum haul for kindergarten. It feels crazy to think we're already back here doing kindergarten. I feel like my daughter was just in kindergarten and now she'll be entering 4th grade, so I do have a curriculum haul video for that if you have an older child. But in today's video I'm sharing kindergarten and it just feels crazy. But one thing I want to note, kindergarten does not have to be complicated. And I want to repeat that because I feel like myself, I struggled so hard with kindergarten and I overcomplicated it, and I just felt like there was so much pressure there. So if you're new with kindergarten, my encouragement is to keep it fun, light, and full of connection. And I feel like this curriculum allows for that in so many ways. And that's why I'm sharing the good and the beautiful with you guys, because I absolutely love it. So without further ado, let's dive in. So starting off with handwriting, I love the Good and the Beautiful's handwriting books. I've used them up to level 3 with my daughter. I just got level 4 for her. So I really like these. They are simple enough that they could be done by themselves, like that your child could work through it themselves, but depending on how he does with it, I may or may not have this as like part of his morning basket or sit down with him. I just, had to see how he does. But this is the doodles and pre-writing for Littles Part 1, and then they have the Part 2. So I love that. Now, I snagged this before I purchased Language Arts Kindergarten. I had done this with my daughter, just, for reference. This is the kindergarten prep course. When I switched to the Good and the Beautiful, I love that they have placement testing. It takes the guesswork out of where your child should be placed. And my daughter was in kindergarten and she actually placed here at the prep course. So we had to kind of go backwards in kindergarten, but I loved this. So right now I'm working through pre-K with him this summer, and so I wanted to do this prep course. This is 30 lessons, and then I will get the Language Arts Kindergarten. So for now I just have this kindergarten prep course, but they have the Language Arts level K if that's where your child places. I did get the math level K though, so I went ahead and got this. And this is the math box. These boxes are new. If you're familiar with the Good and the Beautiful, they used to have wooden boxes, and now they have these. I really like these. And then they have the level K here. Love the binding change on these. So I love, did I say I love? I love. I said it 100 times, but I really do love the Good and the Beautiful's core curriculum option. So this is the level K for him, and then the math box. And then, because we're doing a lot of nature study stuff this summer into, the school year, I got this. This is insect and spider mazes. So just, helping there. They have all these, and this is dry erase. So I thought to have just some more fun, light things to throw in his morning basket for busy work, so that, he doesn't always need me sitting right with him. I also purchased this. So now with this in mind, for our science, we are gonna do more like gather round style. So I wanted to show you guys this stuff. Some of these things I had shared in my curriculum haul for my daughter, and some things I've already had because of her. So I wanted to just show those things. So if you're not familiar with the Good and the Beautiful science, they have Science for Little Hearts and Hands. So that's grades K through 2nd. I love this, you guys. I've used this for my daughter. They have Wind and Waves, Field and Flowers, this one which is the Bones and Stones, and they have a new one coming out this summer sometime, so definitely stay tuned for that announcement. But this one is the Bones in Stones. So I put this aside because we are going to be doing paleontology with my older daughter, so I'm going to use this for him, and then I have the paleontology for her. And then they had a book pack here, so I got the book pack. And they actually just came out with the activity book for K through 2nd. So I purchased that. I'm just waiting for that in the mail. So that's gonna be a pretty hefty science unit. We do science on Fridays, so I plan to kind of, I guess, use this for quite a bit and just work through that with him, and the older one with her. Now for the mammals one, and I can actually show you. So Mammals, this is the new activity book. Like I said, they have the paleontology one I'm waiting for in the mail. This is the activity books for K through 2nd. So I love that they created these to allow for that gather round style. So this is, obviously this is for my daughter, but this is the student journal there for mammals, and then the course book for her with mammals. And I purchased the book pack. So they have the older kids, you know, book pack here. But they had this, so I thought this was perfect for him. This is for littles. This is the I Can Spy Mammals in Nature. And so it just kind of, you find these images with them. So I thought that was fun. And then they also had this small mammals flip book. So similar to the butterfly book that we'll be using this summer, they have the mammals one. So that was a lot to unpack. Hopefully you followed all of that. So those are the 2 sciences I chose for this year. And my goal is to just kind of do a gather round style on Fridays, because Fridays are our fun Friday. That's when we do science and it's not so much of our other coursework. So I'll kind of, maybe I'll come back and do some sort of review or just share with you guys how that's going, because I feel like sometimes I share these hauls and then I don't get to share how we're implementing them. So that's a thought for later. Next up is the Bookshop haul. I love the Good and the Beautiful's Bookshop. I shared it in my 4th grade haul that I have a whole stack of stuff down here. Okay, real life, my camera died and I was feeding my sourdough starter. That's my like newest obsession. I want to learn how to make sourdough. So I just started a sourdough starter about a week ago, and so I was feeding that. So I got flour on me, but I wanted to finish sharing this. So Bookshop. I love the Good and the Beautiful's Bookshop. I've shared it in a previous video, wanted to share it again, but if you buy 5 books, you get free shipping for your curriculum. So I feel like I'm always yearning to get free shipping, whatever I can do, but I also love the Good and the Beautiful's Bookshop. So I purchased these little books here. I love these little board books they have for level K. This is the, which one do we have here? It's on the side, Bees and Trees, Pet Pals, and Little Go books. So this one's 24 stories, this one's 40 stories, and 40 stories. So these little collections are super cute. I had also already opened these for our summer stuff. So this is the Butterflies flip book here. They have the Poetry Parties for Littles, and then a Beatles flip book. So these are super cute. And then they have the board books, the level K board books. I love these. This is insects, ocean, pond, forest, mammals, and birds. So again, I love that they have like things that can go with that. So as you can see here, I like to have literature based on what we're like using for our unit studies. So like for instance, mammals, I'll use this. Butterflies, I have these 2 that I actually took from here, but I'll put these back up along with the insects book. So I have these that I like for my kids to be able to grab from and, you know, read when they have their spare time or whatever. And then, like I said, I'm waiting for a couple more things in the mail. So the paleontology activity book, the level K language arts for him once we get through that prep course. And then I wanted to show too history. So if you watched our summer plans, we actually switched our history to Sundays for summer. So if that's working and we like that, when we do supper, we're gonna do history afterwards. If it's working, I'll stick to it. I don't know when we'll actually implement history, but I do have, where is it? I'm looking for it, the activity book for him. So this is grades K through 2nd. So the curriculum itself here is grades 3 through 6. There's the activity book, and then they have 7 through 8 for the history. But they came out with this activity book, so I'm excited to see how he does going along. If history ends up being too much for him, I'm not going to put a lot of pressure on kindergarten. I did that in years past and it just took the joy out of learning, and I feel guilty for that. You know, I did that to my daughter, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to make that mistake again. So just keeping kindergarten light and just fun and, you know, full of play and reading, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I will link everything in the description. If you guys have any questions at all with this video, definitely leave it in the comments. I will put my link to the Good and the Beautiful. So if you do purchase from there, or you leave this video to go check things out, I really, you know, it helps me a lot to have you guys click that so the Good and Beautiful knows that I sent you, or you know, you got referred by me. So that's just helpful for my little channel here. So if you want to support my family in doing that, that way I can continue posting videos like this. So without further ado, if you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I have some big plans for more future videos, and I hope you guys all have a great summer. Bye guys, thanks for watching.